Hi.
Hi.
So people often ask you about your past first, about the fact that you were an actor and so on. So let's ask about the present. Who is Robert Brindzou now?
Well, I'm a writer, I'm an author. I live in Slovakia. Lived in Slovakia for about 7 years. And I'm really happy to be here today to talk to you, and I'm really happy to be here to meet some of my Czech readers as well.
Each of your books is highly anticipated in the Czech Republic. Your books are being translated in several different languages. You have dreamed of seeing your books in the bookstores, and now there are several of them. It seems that you have reached the top. But what is your next goal?
Well, I think my goal is just to keep writing good quality books, because I have so many great readers. I never expected to have this level of success. I feel very lucky.
And I'm a woman, so a woman is interviewing you right now. People often highlight the fact that you were chosen a female as the lead character. Do you think that we are still living in a time where it should be something special and extraordinary?
For a woman to be interviewing me, or for a...
No, that your main character is the woman. That all the people say, okay, it's not a man, it's a woman.
Yeah. Well, I think there's more women in the police in the UK in senior jobs, positions, but I think that there's probably still lots more that can be done, lots more for women to achieve as well.
Yeah. Okay, and you want to stay with a female in your books?
I do. I've just started writing a new crime series about a female private detective, and she's another interesting female character who has some flaws but is very strong, and I hope that readers will like her as much as they like Erica Foster.
So we can say you write about strong women?
Yeah, and I think I find women more interesting to write about, and I think that it's a much more interesting story reading about a woman who has to be in a position of authority in what is still a men's world in many ways.
You have mentioned many times that you are looking forward to writing your first thriller. I have recently spoken to the authors Lars Kepler, of course you know them, I think, and who said that it's important to show people violence. What do you perceive as the importance of this genre, thriller?
Well, I think that it's important to show people violence, but it's also important not to make that violence gratuitous, and readers should see violence for what it is, as something that's bad, and I think that I think it's important in the genre to show real life, and violence is part of that.
So we don't have to speak why thrillers are so popular, maybe because of drama, suspense and so on, but how do your thrillers differ from the others? So how does Robert Bryndzou characterize the writing of Robert Bryndzou?
Well, I think that I chose to write a Slovak character because I wanted to explore how an immigrant would, an immigrant story of coming from Slovakia and being in a position of authority, a police officer in Britain. So that's what I think is what's different about my crime series, is having the central character who isn't British, working in Britain.
So I think that in your books are many dialogues. So if you held that you were an actor, so I think that tempo and drama in your books are really good because of many dialogues.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, because I started out writing theatre plays, which are all about just people talking, conversations. So I think I have a good ear for writing how people speak in a natural way.
Yeah. The Czech Republic is now resonating with deadly secrets. We are here. Smrtící tajnosti is in Czech. And according to the reviews, you managed to push the bar even higher. Despite that, are you, as an author, still concerned how each new book will be received? It's tough to be on the top and not to be on decline.
Yeah, I think it's... Well, I always think that my readers are the most important people. They are the most important people. And I think that I don't want to disappoint the readers, so I'm always concerned about writing a good book and keeping the quality high.
I will mention the authors Lars Kepler again one more time, who were describing that when they are writing, the whole world just revolves around work. Only when they have finished the work will they start cleaning and perceiving the world around them again. How intensely do you dive into your work?
I think that's an accurate description. I think that when I write, a book becomes all-consuming. It does take over your life. Yeah.
How much do you try to integrate the current state of society and the happenings around us into your books?
Well, I think it's a writer's job to always tell the truth and to show society as they see it through their own eyes. So I don't start from a point of trying to write about the current political state, because I'm not that kind of writer, but I like to write about real people and how they are living in society at that time.
And I'm also interested whether you feel being influenced by current Slovakia, where you are living now.
Well, the books are set in London, so it's more to do with England and London, but Erica's a Slovak, so I like to put in cultural references and about Slovakia, and I also hope to write a book set in an Erica Foster book set in Slovakia in the future. So that's an exciting idea I have.
The last book published in the Czech Republic are the Deadly Secrets. What's the next thing we can looking for?
Well, I've just finished writing the first book in my new series. In English it's called 9 Elms, and I hope that will be published here in the Czech Republic before Christmas.
Yeah, you can tell us something about this book?
In this book it's about Kate Marshall is a former police officer who, at the beginning of the book, she's dealing with a very violent serial killer. And then the rest of the book is actually when there's another killer copying the first killer's murders. She has to go back and solve. It's almost like she has to solve the case again.
Okay, so you will stay in thriller all the time?
Yes, I want to write another romantic comedy, but that will be probably next year as well.
Okay, so thank you so much for your writing.
Thank you.
Now the last question: what book is on your nightstand right now?
Right now it's a book called Needful Things by Stephen King.
Okay. And which book would you pick for a deserted island?
Probably The Silence of the Lambs by Thomas Harris.
Okay, so you like thriller on deserted island too?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.